Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth, and I am back to do another Divine Feminine in separation from her Divine Masculine, and this will be for the fire sign collectives, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And so this will be starting, excuse me, tomorrow, the 21st of January, through the 3rd of February. So energy is fluid. Whenever you watch this video is when it will hopefully resonate with you if it does. Um, Sometimes I'll see something in a reading that either has already happened or it hasn't happened yet. But I'm reading, there's a lot of people watching this, so it will resonate or it won't. So anyway, the deck I'm using today is the Wheel of the Year tarot deck. It's a very beloved deck. As you can see, this box is torn apart, but um, and when I clarify later, I brought with me my Twin Flame Journey Tarot to clarify the readings. So why don't we get started? This is my 7-card spread. And so we're looking at right now with the recent past. We have, so in the last couple of weeks or so, we have the Two of Pentacles clarifying it as the Three of Cups. So, I mean, I feel like probably in the last couple of weeks, maybe even the last couple of months, you've been, like the Two of Pentacles, juggling, getting by. It's been a balancing act. I think the new year and the holidays could have been a bit draining for some of you divine feminine fire signs out there. But it does show that you at least were recognized by family and or friends, and there could have been even some kind of celebration, because this is the support of your friends. So you've been getting by, and again, I feel like emotionally keeping yourselves as balanced as possible, keeping your cool, so moving forward, we have where you guys are right now, and this is lovely energy. This is, the King of Wands is where you guys are now. This is your energy. This is fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. And this is a really a great energy to be where you guys are. Right? So this is stability. This is emotional stability, physical stability. So this is where you guys either are right now, or if that's kind of your goal, is to sustain self-confidence, consistency. Okay. And what's clarifying this card is the Princess of Pentacles, and she's methodical, like she's similar to the Prince of Pentacles. This is someone who takes their time. So right now you guys seem to be wanting to achieve, some of you I feel like are looking to attain specific goals for yourself. That could be something to do with your finances, because we have the Princess of Pentacles here. She's earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but she's also, related to finances, work, creative energy. And so I think for some of you, you're focusing on what you can contribute to the world, whether it's your children, your family, your business, your career, your friendships. As far as the divine masculine is concerned, I feel like you guys, if anything, personally, the way I'm reading this is for some of you, you've tried to get him out of your head. I think he's like, when I look at this picture here, she's writing a letter or she's doing some work, and I can see her pausing and looking away and thinking, I don't need to do this, and going back to what she was doing. So it's a fleeting, I think that your divine masculine in separation is morphing into a memory, okay, more of a distant memory for some of you now, okay? So I hope that does make sense. So now I'm moving into the immediate future. And so we're working with the next couple of weeks. So this could be energy that you're dealing with, but whether it's the next few days or with just whenever this comes up, it does feel like, because it's in the placement of immediate. It could be this week. Eight of Swords. It's a card of sometimes, it's self-pity, fear of getting, it's like having a hard time getting out of your way. If it's, sometimes it can be, I'm feeling sorry for myself. I don't feel well, everyone's coming at me, and you might be making excuses, in the immediate future to not explore what else is out there as far as new opportunities to meet somebody new. And you literally have the major arcana card, the Hierophant. And the Hierophant it's about not necessarily joining a group or a club or anything, but it's engaging more with your social, your group of friends, making new friends. It's doesn't necessarily mean you have to do anything that's uncomfortable, but it's kind of, with the winter for some of us here where we have snow, it's sometimes hard to get out, in the weather as you get older. And for some of you, it's just, I just don't want to deal with the cold. But this is getting out of your way and doing something different, instead of sitting back and moaning and groaning about your divine masculine and separation, which some of you might feel like, there's a reason why this card came up. And clarifying it, like I said, is the Hierophant, which it's about not being afraid to reach out to your friends and have a conversation about anything, even if you're thinking about him, it's okay to talk about this, but it's also good to let it go. Eight of Swords you can only hold on to this if you've been waiting to hear from this guy and it's been over 6 months, perhaps it's time to let this go now and just look at this person as for what it was, whatever it was to you, however it ended, it caused you great pain, in my opinion, because of the Eight of Wands. It's a card of self-pity, and I think it's time you people stop. I can relate to this totally, because when you get your heart broken or you don't see it coming, it's like, what did I do? What's wrong with me? And I get it. I do. But you guys are worthy of so much great love in your world. And it starts with the self. You got, this is bullshit. Don't surrender your power to someone from the past that couldn't step up. For whatever reason, they couldn't do it. And so you're kind of dealing with some of this energy in the coming week. The next week ahead, because literally we have, let's see, as far as action, let's see, past, present, future. Yeah, action. This is action energy here, activation. And we will clarify these cards because this is Five of Pentacles, literally feeling left out in the cold. And the Five of Wands came up, and normally when it's upright, there's a there's like a, not necessarily fighting or arguing, but you're standing up for what you believe in, you're resisting, and standing your ground and trying to learn how to agree to disagree. But I think with the reversal of the Five of Wands, with the Five of Pentacles, it's there's nothing, you feel like there's really nothing left. The divine masculine, I get this feeling that for some of you, he really did literally just like either leave you out in the cold by ignoring you completely without giving you even an appropriate goodbye. You may have never had a closure with your divine masculine. For some of you, you're still waiting for him to come back. And this is kind of saying, give it up. I think that the action here is, I'm seeing a lot of different things. Like, I feel like for some of you, you've tried to reach out to this divine masculine, or you've made an effort and it's been, it's been draining emotionally for you. And I think if anything, it's self-deprecating to continue to pursue this divine masculine who I believe deliberately walked away from this relationship without taking any of your feelings in consideration. He wasn't thinking about you. And that's what this is. A lot of this is letting go of this idea of him coming back, because what you have as far as, people energy and your future here, we've got the Tower card. So this is a major arcana card. So, you know, clarifying it is the Eight of Cups. So something is going to ignite this need for you to break free from ever thinking about this divine masculine, because Eight of Cups is finally walking away from a relationship or a painful memory that you don't want to hold on to anymore. It's almost like the universe is going to, with the Tower card, it's major arcana cards. We can't control this energy, man. It just comes in. So it's almost like the universe is forcing you to let him go. And I kind of get this feeling, I haven't clarified, but the idea of meeting somebody new, or at least engaging in new, yeah, trying new things, or going out, like I said, socializing, taking yourself out more, experiencing something different, perhaps a class, you know, I don't know, a simple basic yoga class, or because what's coming up here in your hopes and fears, you literally have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is overcoming adversity. So you guys want to get over this, that's for sure. And no doubt, the Ace of Swords is you, obviously, you guys in the next week or so are thinking about what can I do to get this out of my system and just to distract myself in the best way possible. And again, you have a circle of friends that are willing to work around your schedule. They're willing to give you ideas. And there are people that you can meet if you just, even if you can't afford to go to a new class, you know, a yoga class, then go on YouTube and find yoga on YouTube. You know, do it that way. Just get started. I almost feel like you guys need a distraction that is good for you, okay? Because the outcome here is, you know, this is the finality. Ten of Swords means that it's over, that for some of you, you're wasting your time with the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is complacency. You know, if you're still sitting by your phone waiting for him to call you, text you, reach out to you, I feel like it's not going to get you anywhere. And we'll clarify these cards for sure. But with this Ten of Swords energy, it's final. It's over. It was already painful. It's less painful now. You're more numb to the pain, I get this impression, guys. But you're sulking still. Look at that. You're still sulking. You're still feeling this sadness. And I feel like, you know, I always say this, but I mean it. Life is really short and time just goes by so quickly. And you have to kind of reconcile that the idea of this divine masculine, for some of you now, okay, the way I'm reading this is, at least for the next week, the universe wants you, especially with the Tower card here, guys. It's a major arcana card. It's about letting this go so you can move on. I mean, you have the Four of Cups is about, you have all these things in front of you that you're ignoring because you're still holding on to the idea of him reaching out to you, when in fact, he's right now not in a place where I don't, if anything, I feel like he is still making you feel left out. That's how that's how I see it. Okay, so I'm going to clarify these cards for you guys. I'm going to clarify. I need to take a sip of my water. We're going to start with the immediate future, which is what I saw with the Eight of Swords here and the Hierophant. So again, just to reiterate, the Eight of Swords is this card of, you know, feeling sorry for yourself. And it's kind of that victim mode mentality, because it's winter. I think for some of you guys out there, maybe it just, with the combination of being separated from your divine masculine all this time, even if it's only been a couple of weeks or a couple of months, it's I think a lot of you know that at this point, it's time to move on. I mean, the Hierophant, we're going to clarify the Eight of Swords and the Hierophant. I just feel like not all of you, but for some of you, I mean, fire signs in general are very social. But, you know, for some of you, it's almost like you need to distract yourself with getting him out of your, it's like get him out of your mind. But Eight of Swords in the immediate future, what does this have to do with the divine feminine, fire signs, divine masculine separation in the immediate future, if anything at all? Okay, Spirit. So we're going to pull a card. And this card is from a different deck, so give me a second, guys. One more time, Spirit. The Eight of Swords in the immediate future with the Hierophant, please. I mean, I think you guys, if you're looking, one thing I'm picking up, by the way, is, the Hierophant to me always represents commitment of some kind. It's commitment. I feel like you guys need to recommit to yourself, to loving yourself, to nurturing yourself, and to parent yourself, or take care of yourself the same way you would take care of your child, or your best friend, or your parent, or your sibling. It's someone that you love. You got to take care of yourself that way. And sometimes it's okay to reach out. So as far as the Eight of Swords, Spirit, and the Hierophant, excuse me, in the immediate future, what is this about? Come on now, here we go. So Five of Swords, mind games, and Five of Swords is betrayal. So, I mean, in the immediate future, honestly, the vibe I'm getting, the hit I'm getting here is, if this divine masculine is on your mind, the Five of Swords is saying he was dishonest with you. He treated you like shit. The Five of Swords is betrayal. Okay, it's somebody that just doesn't care how they ripped your heart apart. And the next card I'm pulling, we have the Five of Cups. So we've got a lot of fives here, because we have the Five of Pentacles that came up with the Five of Wands reversed. Five, is very combative energy. And if you guys aren't angry, or you've been pissed off, or you've been just, these old wounds won't go away. You have to let these wounds go. So this does, excuse me guys, I'm still getting over a cold. This Five of Cups energy along with the Eight of Swords really makes sense, because in general, the Five of Cups in tarot is when you're looking at what you've lost instead of what you still have. And so you guys really need to take a look at what you still have. You have your integrity. You have people in your life that care about you. You have your intelligence, your self-worth. There's so much to be grateful for. And you learned that with this divine masculine. For some of you have learned that with your divine masculine and separation. For some of you that have been apart for a long time, you're realizing that he wasn't he was dishonest. I believe he really let you guys down in the worst way. And I get this impression that you had put a lot of yourself into it because of the Eight of Swords. Is that feeling of, what did I do wrong? Well, you're beginning to realize with the energy coming in, especially with old wounds and the Five of Swords, which in this deck, this is the Twin Flame Tarot, mind games and control. So for some of you, your divine masculine was, I think, at times quite manipulating. And at the end of the day, in your immediate future, you've got the opportunity to let these old wounds go, to release it, because what's coming into we're looking at the next set of cards here, okay? We've got the card of activation, Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands reversed. So, I'm wondering if this is some type of message coming through. So, why would this card come out? Because I feel like your divine masculine has already done this to you. You're just feeling raw about it in the next few days, guys. But for some reason, I'm wondering why it's coming up. So Spirit, I'm asking my guides and my guardian angels to please clarify. Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Please be as accurate and as evidential as possible. Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got Six of Pentacles. So, this is equality, reciprocity. Instead of looking at what you don't have, again, that Five of Pentacles is feeling like you don't have anything or anybody to turn to. You need to reach out to your friends and let them know what you need. And if you don't have a lot of friends, it's almost like you need to get out of your own way, guys. With the Six of Pentacles, you're being given an opportunity with friends around you. Reach out to them. They will be there for you. I'm going to pull another card. This is coming up in the next week ahead, Queen of Cups. So there's, some of you have friends. This would be like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water sign energy. Your friends are in tune with your energy because this is intuition and being very sensitive to how others feel. So if you decide, and I think some of you are going to reach out to people in your life that you haven't been communicating with, and this is a great distraction right now. I'm looking to see why else this is coming up with the Five of Wands reversed. I'm looking to see with the action energy of the Five of Wands, please, Spirit. So Five of Pentacles comes up again. So look, this is clarifying that your divine masculine in separation, I think, has really isolated himself from you, okay? And you don't need to be feeling, don't isolate yourself. Don't be alone. I think right now you guys need to reach out to those that love you and care about you. And that's what's coming up again in your future, because we have the Tower card as far as people. So we got the Tower cards and the Eight of Cups. Now, look, in general, I would say just the feeling I get just as a tarot card interpreter, someone from your past who caused you pain with this Eight of Cups might be coming back around in some weird way. Whether now this is because it's, again, this is not going to be for all of you, but for some of you, it could be some type of message that comes through on social media. It could be, for some of you, a text. I'm going to clarify, because the Tower is something sudden, something that you don't see coming. I feel like for some of you divine feminine fire signs, you've looked with the Five of Pentacles too and the Eight of Swords, you've let go of any idea that this divine masculine is going to make an effort, especially since you're at this point in your life where you're saying, I'm ready to just be done with this altogether. I want to move on with my life. So what is this about with the Eight of Cups and the Tower, please, Spirit? Please, I'm asking you to be as evidential and as accurate as possible. Okay, I'm going to cut the cards for the Eight of Cups and the Tower, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so divine feminine energy. So this definitely has to do with your heart. And we have the King of Swords. So here we have your divine masculine. This is someone who's quick-witted and intelligent. This is also, a King of Swords is someone who can emotionally detach. And I think for some of you, your divine masculine in separation was very good, or is very good at emotionally detaching. He might be highly intelligent or very good at communicating, or both. But there's something about this guy. Let's see, one more card. Page of Cups. So messages of love. So for some of my divine feminine fire signs, the Tower energy is about a message coming through, because in this deck, the Page of Cups is literally a message of love. So again, my feeling is for some of you, and please I want to know what's going on, guys. You're going to have to leave some feedback here. Sometime in the next week, week and a half or so, the possibility for some of you hearing from this divine masculine separation may come up. And that's why I think all these other cards came up. Like at the end, we have the Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups. I mean, it's an ending. For some of you, this is going to be closure. For some of you, you're not going to be sure what to do. You're going to be really ambivalent. Do I take him back? Do I even, let's clarify the Ten of Swords, last two cards, and the Four of Cups, please. What is going on with the Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups? Ten of Swords. What is the outcome here? This is outcome energy. So we've got King of Pentacles, someone who is stable, someone who is methodical. You're dealing with someone, I believe, who, not for all of you now, this is a hit I'm getting. Some of you might be dealing with a divine masculine who is somewhat egocentric with how he looks. That's just some of the hint I'm getting. Now we have the Two of Swords, stagnation, indecision. So I think for some of you guys, Two of Pentacles, your divine masculine may communicate with you in a way that's cryptic. And for some of you, you're going to be in limbo, or you're going to be juggling, like, what do I do? You can't decide. If he reaches out to you, do I talk to him or do I get away from him? This is, Knight of Swords is decisive action. For some of you, you're going to know right away that you need to get away from him. I mean, you're done. And for some of you, with the Four of Cups energy, here he is reaching out to you. The message is, you want to at least have communication with this person. Eight of Wands is communication. So if he decides, okay, so if your divine masculine decides to, for some of you, reach out to you, this will give you an opportunity for some of my divine feminines to have the closure. Because if you wait for this guy, or if he's telling you he's coming back, or even if he's being like I said, I don't know how bold he is. In fact, I'm going to pull a couple more cards to see if this divine masculine is actually going to be bold enough to reach out to any of you in the next week and a half or so. So we've got Six of Wands, success and recognition. So for some, you're going to be dealing with your divine masculine in separation who might be brave enough to at least acknowledge you or communicate with you. And we're going to pull one more card here. Will this divine masculine in separation communicate with his divine feminine? So listen, I got missed opportunity. So for a lot of you, the feeling I get truly, I feel like the word I hear is coward for some, passive aggressive, egocentric, detached. I believe that he's thought about reaching out. So for some of you, he's thinking about it, but it's not 100% that he'll do anything that's bold. Okay. If anything, it's something where he may check out your social media page. One more card, please. King of Wands. He's got an ego. The thing about this guy is I think that again, this is what I'm getting. King of Wands energy is in this deck somebody who is egocentric, but somebody who sees themselves as all powerful. They're intense. It's interesting. I'm going to stop it here. I don't really know what to say about this energy. I think that this is a fire sign reading, my divine feminine fire signs. I think for some of you women, for some of you men or women out there who can relate to this, this visionary leader card it's kind of like you're in the driver's seat and you have to figure out if this divine masculine in separation somehow in the next week and a half decides to unexpectedly with the Tower card reach out to you with the Eight of Cups. You're going to have to decide if you want to let's hear him out or even reciprocate. Okay, so but there is the potential of a message here. So I'm gonna stop it here, guys. I could go on and on, but I do hope this reading resonated with some of you. Please feel free to leave a little bit of feedback. If you liked the video, please hit the like button on the bottom left. You can share this video, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. You can hit that on the right. And I'm still running a contest, by the way, so bring your friends along to my channel. When I get to 300 subscribers, I'm giving away 2 free 15-minute readings by phone. So I hope that sounds like fun. I've done it before. It was successful. And I am giving away readings. I will put my prices below. I take PayPal. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. I take PayPal. I'll leave the link below along with my readings and prices. So you guys have a blessed couple of weeks, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.